My name was on the tip of my tongue. Dick Cavett, and I'm delighted to finally be here in this legendary spot. By the way, I should mention that what's your favorite movie? That it sort of irritates me. I mean, is there really any one movie that tops them all? I would rather people not ask me what my favorite movie is. But if you want to know, my favorite movie is The Third Man. I certainly don't hate the Philadelphia Story. Katharine Hepburn, I think, would be annoyed that she's only a small figure in this picture, and it never occurred to me that I would ever get her to do these shows. She called and she said, "You know, you've made me a goddamn saint. Everywhere I go, if I go shopping, people suddenly adore me more than ever before." Jean-Luc Godard. I remember when I introduced him, some guy just in the audience screamed at the sound of his name, and you could see that he couldn't believe he was going to actually see him in the flesh. So it's nice that I made somebody ecstatically happy. Well, I'm lucky because Every Man for Himself is the title of right there. You can see it. I don't know what that film is, so I'm glad I came. You know, I don't think I've ever seen this, but I'm not sure. Only Angels Have Wings. You can't beat Cary Grant and Jean Arthur, and nor should you try. What a good thing to have. There seems to be a film called Stagecoach, and I've heard of it. I've probably seen it at least 4 times, possibly more. I don't see how a movie would get any better. And this is the Blu-ray special edition. What a film. Wow. Oh, you probably wonder why I'm saying that. David Lean directs Noël Coward. Whose good idea was that? I hope they were well paid. And the films, if you're wondering, are in which we serve This Happy Breed, beautiful. Blithe Spirit, of course, and Brief Encounter. I bet you've never made movies that good. An Odd Man Out or Out, Carol Reed. One of the few movies with 3 words, all of the same number of letters. God, that must be thrilling for you to know. But it's also a wonderful film. Yeah, I like it a lot. I wish I heard Carol Reed here and I could tell him. Oh, and this is, in fact, Husbands, that's the movie that these 3 guys came on and made total asses of themselves. You could find it online as the worst show Dick Cavett ever did. They were goofed around for the whole time and did very funny things like taking their shoes off and smelling their feet. Afterwards, John Cassavetes himself chewed them out mercilessly and said, "You have just unsold most, if not all, of the tickets to this movie." And they were like 3 kids being smashed with criticism. It was sort of sad to say, but it didn't make up for how crappy they were on the show.
Are you taking it home?
Oh, sure. I guess this is sayonara. By the way, you ask people what sayonara means, and they say, well, it's Japanese for goodbye. We don't need this here, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sayonara is 3 words, and brace yourself, it means, if it must be so. Isn't that nice? See ya.